They are, because they're funny, alright? The first one is pretty great. You can't look at them, Mario. You can't be biased at all.
I can't. I can't see them. Welcome to another episode of HighScore ThrowDown. Again, we're recording on our phones because we're poor. Today we got new panelists. We got Huggy, the Sky Boss.
Thanks for having me, Mario.
You're welcome. Do you have an Instagram or anything, or Twitter?
No, you can find me at Facebook. Facebook is always great. Facebook / Promise of Snakes.
Look him up. Look him up.
I'll let you make all the jokes you want to.
Look him up. Look him up. Alberto, this is Alberto Longoria. We've promoted him on the Instagram.
Tis a pleasure to be here, sir.
What's your Instagram? We can follow you on Instagram
L
or Twitter.
_Cabrigo.
How do you even spell
We'll
that?
put it in the description. We'll put it in the description.
I guess.
With
And-
science. That's
and we
how you
have
spell it,
we
with
have Lynda,
science.
Hey, what's up?
Is this our first female panelist?
our first
Oh my
female
gosh.
panelist.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh my
I
gosh.
also have to say,
Noises.
this is our most ethnic group ever.
Diversity.
Diversity. Always.
We don't
Black,
discriminate.
Wasn't it Black Lives Matter?
I'm just
Black Lives
brown.
Matter.
I'm not even
Starts
that
with
black.
a D.
Diversity
I'm not
matters.
even that black, so...
So-
Well, I am dark as a fucking snake, so
This is
There you
our,
go.
I don't
This
know.
is
Jerry
our-
Stain.
Carrington might have you by a shade or two.
this is our
well,
Black
Kevin's not
History
here.
Month
Carrington?
high score throwdown.
You can follow
Well,
Lynda
yeah, that's Black
at
History Month,
Game
isn't it?
Guts on Instagram.
You got Game Guts. You also got Spoofy Ninja, so if you want to see shenanigans and game stuff, then do it up.
I like it.
Xbox Live.
Does it all, does it all.
PlayStation Network, Instagrams.
You want Twitch?
Do it. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's what I like.
Of course, you can follow us at the Gentleman Friends on Instagram. You can follow us at the G Friends on Twitter. You can follow us on X Videos at XXX Friends. You can follow us on Tinder. You can follow us.
Are we really on Tinder?
No,
Not yet.
we're not on X
I'm
Videos.
not yet.
Don't
Do
ignore
you
that.
guys still have a Zanga?
Swipe left.
You can find me on
Swipe left for
We got
the
Zanga.
I'm on MySpace and GeoCities.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Got
okay.
beards.
I'm
Was
on
that
that
Beards
my
High
yearbook
Five? Was
thing.
that a thing or something like that?
High five.
Yeah, was that a thing?
My co-host today, who's going to help me out, it's Chris Hawk.
I'm at Future Chris Hawk. But what's up, everybody?
And fact checkers over here is John Knoke, the reigning champion of champs.
Right.
King
Now-
Kings.
Really?
The
No mention
winner-
here? No mention here?
And my co-host, George Beer Money.
Coco host.
Only because I had to remind you.
So let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. First question: which video game console had the best controller? We're gonna start with Huggy.
All right, man. You know what? I am a PlayStation fanboy for life. That being said, I have to admit, for most things, the Xbox controller is more than adequate for. Maybe not fighting games, but all in all, I have to say, it just feels best in the hand.
Which one? The original Xbox?
The Xbox 360.
Xbox 360.
I have not yet had the pleasure of the Xbox
I like
One.
it. That was short and sweet, and it was perfect. Alberto.
I'm gonna have to go with the Xbox One. It feels like a little bit cracked out version of the 360 controller. It fits in the hands a lot better. It's a lot lighter, very ergonomic, and mine has a little day one edition on it, so it makes it just that little bit more special.
Lynda.
I'm gonna throw it back, and I'm gonna go with the N64 controller. By far,
Oh,
the most.
Well, see, hold on.
Devil's
I think we should distinguish between best and your favorite. Because there were some extra limbs. It looked like it was a
How
plastic
many
monster that
controllers
fell in
can you
action.
put in so many hours of Smash Brothers, break the sticks, replace them yourself within 3 minutes, and still keep playing?
You know what? That doesn't appeal
How
to me
many
at all.
hours
I-
on that controller? Oh my gosh.
Glorious childhood summers, but god damn it, those little concentric rings, they burned a hole in your thumb. It was brightly colored. Alright, you didn't know what the fuck went where. Do you know how long it took me
Ring
to find
burn.
Do you know how long it took me to
labor
find
of
the
love.
Z button
It's a
on that
labor of
motherfucker?
love.
I try to teach people who have never played video games before this shit, and they're completely confused. They're like, why didn't you just give me a fucking PlayStation?
That's fine. That's why you get those hours to put in. That's why you get
We're
it.
already throwing down. First question.
Doing it. You're doing it.
Berta, do you have any arguments or
I got meatballs.
against either or?
The 64 controller, the C buttons.
The C-buns?
got me pretty fucked up.
Remember when that had to control your
Just because you
camera?
can't operate it while
Is
that awful?
drinking doesn't mean it's not a good controller.
I didn't start drinking till I was about 18, so this is long gone. But no, I definitely go with the 360 controller over the 64 controller. I did have a greater time with like the 64 games, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Zelda.
If only the
But
controller was
my hands
better.
would just cramp up way too much, and like that Z
You
button.
weren't doing it right.
But weren't the best Legend of Zelda games
Me, my
with that
hand was
controller?
too damn
They really were,
frustrating.
but like you know,
But it gets to a point, I feel, that you have to say, you know, you can't just have nostalgia for nostalgia's sake. Some games, some controllers, some systems, they just don't hold up like they did back in the day.
They don't.
And it's simple. Try playing GoldenEye. Try playing GoldenEye with that one stick. You need that other shit now.
Yeah.
You know, you hated it when it first came out, but now it's essential. You need both sticks. You need the look. You need the strafe.
That's why I use D-pads. I use D-pad and analog stick, and I'm fine.
Do you have anything to say about their controllers, Linda?
I mean,
That you could argue against?
they're good, but when I play Call of Duty for hours and hours, if I play Battlefield for hours and hours, if I play Need for Speed for hours and hours, I'm gonna break that shit. I'm gonna break it, and it's not. I've replaced so many thumbsticks, it's not even funny. It's not. I don't like it. I can't stand the fact that I spend $70 on a controller and then I can't really enjoy it for a whole year.
Huggy, do you have anything to argue against the One controller, the Xbox One?
I actually have not had too much playtime with it, just at friends' houses and things like that, so I will have to withdraw a comment for that. Oh, please, sir, can I? Would you bequeath to me your shiny plastic object so I may caress it?
Bert, do you have any
got
argument
1
against the
minute.
the Xbox 360 at all?
I mean, the Xbox One controller is just essentially a beefed up Xbox 360 or Xbox One. Yeah, the One controller is just a beefed up 360 controller. They took what I thought was really great about the 360 controller and just improved on it. And like I said, they made it a lot lighter. They got rid of that big bulky battery pack on the back. It's flush, completely flush now, and it just feels right.
Damn it, I forgot my fork.
And again, you know, with first-person shooters and everything, goes swimmingly with the Xbox One controller. But yeah, that's what I got to say about that.
I actually sat.
What
in
would you
same
say
bench
about
he sat on.
the menu buttons, like activating through the menu and doing all that?
I like it. It had, you know, I don't call it the start and the select anymore. I call it the cheese slices and the hamburger button. it's a very distinct. Like you look at it and you're like, oh, that's obviously a hamburger with like 3, you know, triple layered burger, and then you have your like 2 little cheese slices over here, and that brings up like the menu. But it's kind of going away from where I guess they're not calling it the start and select anymore, which is, you know, I'm kind of okay with. But it's on point.
I think I'm gonna pick one, and this is kind of hard because I personally want to go with the N64 controller.
It's a tough choice.
But I think Huggy threw down and he had the best argument for the 360 controller, so Huggy gets the first point.
All right. I'd like to get to this point and say that George Beer Money has the biggest fucking bowl of meatballs I've ever fucking seen. It's a fucking masterpiece. They're each the size of a tiny human's fist. They're covered in cheese. They smell delicious. I don't care who wins, but
Hey, they're homemade.
Well, let's hurry up and get done with this so I can eat.
Here's the next question. Call of Duty went with the futuristic style, kind of like Ghost Recon did with the Advanced Warfare, but it kind of like brought with the exosuits, and it did a little bit more with the futuristic stuff. Should Battlefield include futuristic war in a future game on the console? And start with Linda.
With the way the market's going, I wish they wouldn't, but they definitely will for money. Not sure where like the judgment for the question is supposed to be, but
Yes or no?
I
It's
don't
like a
think
yes
I don't think they should.
Yeah.
But that's just me personally. They already went to the futuristic part of things back before technically it existed or the public knew about it, and now the public knows about things like nanotechnology
Yeah.
and crazy stealth jets. So it's already out there. How much more futuristic can you get without going into things like Halo and Destiny and
Yeah.
over in the moon and over on Mars, which technically we're getting there. So it's not really a point of being futuristic anymore. It's where are we now versus reality, what it is.
Berto, what do you have to say? You're a big Battlefield fan. What do you think?
I am. Well, they've already went to that with Battlefield 2142, albeit it was on computer, PC Master Race for Life.
So it's only for PC?
Yeah, it was only for PC, but it would definitely be interesting to see them port that over to a console or bring it over to the Xbox One, PS4, because game modes that were brought into Battlefield 4, Titan mode, or Carrier Assault, was actually brought from Titan mode from 2142, even though Carrier Assault was just awful.
How far in the future is the one for the PC?
2142.
So it's future as fuck is what you're saying.
You got me there.
It was definitely interesting. I didn't play a lot of it, but of what I did play of 2142, I did like. I hope that they do continue with that, because you do see a lot of like Easter eggs.
Is it more futuristic than the Advanced Warfare, the Call of Duty?
It's nothing like that. You don't have superpowers or anything. It's just futuristic weapons, futuristic battlefield, Titans, floating mother base, and it's.
So you say yes, put that on the console.
Yeah, no, definitely put that on the console. But like I said, with Battlefield 4 in the latest DLC, you see a lot of the hints. Like they're in one of the maps. You see them building a Titan, and it's just really awesome. I really hope I see something like that, maybe before 2142 or something, or leading up to the events of that.
Yeah,
so that'd be interesting.
Huggy?
Well, as Lynda pointed on earlier, futuristic style games are becoming more or less the norm. Quite aside from Call of Duty, you've got Destiny, you've got Deus Ex Machina, you've got Titanfall. So it's not just Call of Duty is doing something new and inventive here. It's that Call of Duty is doing it, and I think that Battlefield players shouldn't really be deprived of that, because it gives some interesting scenarios. It allows verticality. If they have a jetpack, it allows just like beam weapons, just fun for fun's sake. It's not something that you generally get in war shooters, which is why I don't really care for them. But with a future setting, you can have people, with cybernetic upgrades, anything you want. You can write anything you want, just as long as you base it out of technology, and you can still wrap that around a really cohesive wartime shooter. So I say, from a design standpoint, from just sheerly being interested in what Battlefield has to say about it, yes, why not?
Lynda, do you have anything to say against your yeses?
No, I mean, it's a company. They need to be in business. They need to stay in business, and that's the only way to go for business for Battlefield specifically. If you want to keep that franchise alive, that's where you have to go.
So you're saying yes as well, or?
I'm saying no, they shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Like, as a fan, I wouldn't like to see that, because I feel I would be set up for disappointment. But if they waited 3 years, I would be interested to pay my $60. But as it is, I'm not going to be hyped up for a trailer in 2015 for 2016 E3.
Okay.
So I don't want it, but they're going to do it.
Which is the point?
I do what I want. This is tough. Do you have anything to say there, co-host? Like any questions you want to ask them, or?
You don't want it to happen, so you need to tell us why it shouldn't happen. You want to bring out your point, so they don't get the point. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So, what can Battlefield do better in its present tense that Call of Duty did in its future sense?
Just like Berto said, they've already expanded on every, nooks and crannies of things that we haven't seen on consoles, on the PC, and people don't know about it. And Call of Duty players all day will, represent their game because they don't have a PC, they don't want to get a PC, whatever the case may be, they're not exposed to it. And those kind of extra game modes and those kinds of extra features will definitely put someone that hasn't played it into playing it. They'll put them into the franchise. They'll make them buy more DLC. It'll make it perpetuate itself. So I would like them to grow within what they've already done as far as PC gaming and flush out their console experience. They've also tried to do that with Hardline too, with extra DLC. So it's something that's progressive, but not necessarily new and super innovative. I don't know. I like where it is. I like the pace that it's going. So I think they should work on that instead of focusing on the newest futuristic warfare thing.
Okay.
But also,
shit in these things.
Berto and Huggy can have a counterpoint if they want
To Lynda.
against Lynda.
I believe the direction that they're going in, because they already know what to do with the futuristic warfare, because they've already slated that in 2142. It was phenomenal from what I've played. Whether if they can replicate that, I would hope that they can. I know with Battlefield 4 they were having a lot of issues. It took them pretty much a year to fix the game, but after they did, it was fantastic. Yeah, no, like I said, I would still really like to see what they can do with the previous knowledge that they have and experience that they have with 2142.
Okay.
What they might be able to add into it.
Huggy, do you have anything?
Well, like I said, it's not like Battlefield is really the first to come up with this
Yeah, yeah.
concept. It's really just a setting so they can do some fun things in their world. And, I always, like when developers take chances. They want to try something new. Lord knows we've seen the same Battlefield scenario, the same Call of Duty scenario over and over and over and over again. And, it's a big niche. A lot of people love that game, but they do need something different. Everybody needs something different. And, if they can appease their old fans and still manage to gain some new ones, I don't see, why not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to call it, and I'm going to give Lynda the point. I like what Huggy said. I like how he's like, why not try it and try to bring in new people?
Yeah.
And, your argument was they already did it, so...
Yeah, it's already...
So maybe it's already coming.
Yeah.
But Lynda gave her reason why she thinks that they shouldn't do it, and I feel like there's passion
Are you
behind
doing
that.
double points?
No,
Or?
no.
Okay.
Maybe on the last question I'll do double points.
You're the host, man.
Do what you will. Okay, next question. The third question. Eluding all Mortal Kombat rumors for like the new Mortal Kombat. Who is the best Mortal Kombat character?
Oh, Jesus.
Starting with Berto.
I'm not going to get this
The last Mortal Kombat that I played was on the Sega Genesis.
Oh!
So,
Wait.
Mortal Kombat 3, and my favorite character was, I'm horrible at fighters.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. I can't. If my life depended on it, I'd be like, just kill me. I'd go with Reptile. Spits green acid. I mean, he's
Solid.
green.
He's got a
And
dope
he's a
song
lizard.
named after him.
So Reptile?
That's good.
Yeah. So I would definitely have to say Reptile.
Is that why? Because he's green and he spits the
acid. Come on. Acid.
Also, he had a bleak as fuck soundtrack.
He was on fleek.
No, I was tearing up the fucking dance floor when Reptile came on.
It inspires people to dance. See, there you go.
Just don't even play anymore. Just,
Yeah.
There you go.
Do
As soon as
you have an
unlock that
answer, Huggy?
soundtrack.
Yes, I do. I'll just go ahead and throw this out there. I main quite a few characters. Mortal Kombat is my bottom bitch. It is the first game I ever had.
Yeah.
From the first head rip, I was in love. So I main a lot of characters. I love a lot of characters, but I'm gonna get so much shit for this. My favorite character is probably Rain.
Rain?
Rain. Now, he gets a lot of shit. For those of you at home who are listening to this and don't know, Rain is a ninja character. They have like 6 or 7 of them now. But
they
he's
do.
purple.
They're
So,
not racist.
Purple Rain, Prince. He was a fucking joke character. Except for the fact that you could roundhouse a person and they would come out of the other side of the fucking screen. There is a certain charm to lighting somebody on fire with a lightning bolt and then kicking them around the fucking game world, literally. So, I gotta say, Rain is probably my boy.
All right. Lynda?
Mortal Kombat was not my game. It
Really?
wasn't.
Really?
It really wasn't. No, it wasn't. So I'm just saying
What was the
Sub-Zero
last-
because I could actually control him. That
You
was
can
pretty
control
much
him?
it. Because I could actually control him. Like I could learn the buttons. It was
Yeah.
good. It wasn't Scorpion because everybody was Scorpion. Like all right, just Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero?
Sub-Zero.
Do you guys have anything against anybody? Like, any characters?
All right.
I mean, that's a good...
You know what?
Remember any? I don't. Yeah.
Bro, don't get into this conversation with me because this will be the rest of the fucking podcast. All right, Moloch was a piece of shit. Drummond, that nigga with the iron club and the fucked up 3D version. Horrible. Most of the characters they introduced in the 3D versions were subpar to say the least.
The
But,
DC universe. Let's talk about that trash.
But I guess if we want to go just original cast, I'd probably have to say Goro. Goro can suck a dick. Do you know how many times Goro killed me? I still am not sure I ever beat the Sega
I think we
first
should look it
Mortal
up now
Kombat
and
because of Goro.
see what's going on with it.
So is your character Goro or is it Rain?
Rain.
Rain.
Fuck Goro.
You guys have anything else to add?
No.
I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to give the point to Huggy.
Motherfucker got 4 arms, but he don't have
I just-
4 dicks, the lonely motherfucker.
I just want to say,
How about the other 3 have to sit out and they're sad the rest of the Friday and Saturday nights?
staring at the
we all
ground.
know that Johnny Cage is the best Mortal Kombat character. That's all I gotta say.
Hey man, the nut punch.
Fuck that,
It's
Oh man,
I personally
wish was on
play as Sub-Zero.
I wish I was on the panel with you, Huggy.
So I'm right here with you. It's easy.
Everybody knows it's the Predator, okay?
Okay.
That's for the
Was
new
that,
one coming
was that
out.
smoke? Smoke?
Smoke is great. Smoke is great too.
All right.
I like it.
Moving on to the next question. What would be a great game to enjoy with your significant other? Huggy.
It's got to be Portal 2. That's probably one I'd throw out there. Simply because not only is it a non-competitive game, so it's not really something she'll get frustrated with, or it's not something that's going to antagonize her. But, and this is strictly from the standpoint. I'm gonna throw this out here. I realized I walked myself into a fucking bear trap. I'm aware that there are female gamers. It's a pretty good. I think the fact I looked up is something like 47% of females are gamers. So I'm not walking into it with the assumption that there aren't. I'm thinking, this was a question more for me. A significant other who doesn't play video games.
Yeah.
And that's where I came from. Portal 2, it has, just some easy controls to learn. It's a puzzles. There's a lot of lateral thinking. It's something that she can kind of do on her own time and she can have fun with, and then you can teach her, and that communication is a big part of the game. So there's no, you don't get into situations where, you're withholding hints so you don't spoil the game. You have to actively... Hey, I need you to do this so I can do this while this switch goes, and then we'll both meet in the middle, finish this level. You know what I'm saying? So my vote would probably have to go for Portal 2.
All right, Lynda.
Do I get to counter first?
You would do
Before
your,
I-
do your point first.
Yeah.
All right. So, within my scope, there are too many multiplayer games that I absolutely love, and couch co-op is one of my favorite things to do almost ever. As far as a good roundabout game for anybody to get into, I would actually say Diablo, and
Diablo 3, right?
yes, Diablo
that?
3
The
to
first
be
one.
specific, so people can just grab a controller. It's easy button controls in that you can customize it how you like. So if you don't like spamming an X button, you can spam a Y button, whatever the case may be. Also, if your partner is helping you out, not only do they keep getting experience for you both being together, but you can protect them or not protect them and still participate in the same story. So there are a lot of games like that where you would have to do that, but there's aiming involved, there's extra levels involved, there's too much leveling involved.
I think Bardo just shit himself.
I think so too. I'm concerned.
No,
You
I'm
want to take a
good.
break?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm thinking about.
But mine's Diablo 3.
Diablo 3?
Yeah, Diablo 3 for my point.
All right. Birdo.
All right, I'm coming from the standpoint where this relationship is going to be for life. If
I like
you
how you
can
guys
get
have
through
to
this game
Justify yourselves first.
and not kill each other at the end, that is your soulmate, and you need to wife or husband that up as soon as possible. Mario Party. If at the end of a game or in the middle, if you can even make it through the middle of a game without wanting to strangle that person or stab them in the neck with a knife or whatever's around you, bottle cap.
Yeah.
Or with the 64
Stab with
controller.
the N64 controller.
Yeah, just beat him over the head with it and be like, oh, well, shit. Mario Party, because not only can you work together in that game, yeah, you can compete against each other, and competition is healthy. Somewhat, probably not in the Mario Party sense. That's why if you do finish that game, and you finish a round or whatever, or the match, then obviously she's the one, or he's the one. They're the one
Until
because
they steal your stars.
yeah, well, yeah, that's when when you're done with the game,
Steal your stars.
because that game has definitely put a lot of friendships to test.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It is the monopoly of video games. So I mean, I would definitely have to say Mario Party.
And now I open it up for the throwdown.
Okay, let me just go ahead and start by saying this. If my woman brings Mario Party into my house, I'm running her out of town. I'm not getting into that situation. We're not having that argument, alright?
Yeah, that game is strictly for like lockdown.
They've actually,
That's life stats.
They've got a new one. They've got a new one coming out for the Wii U, I think.
Yeah.
That features amiibos, whatever the fuck those silly things are. Hey, you know what? I am not a Wii U supporter.
Throw it down.
So that's what I have to say about Mario Party. I do feel that Lynda raised a good point about Diablo 3. That is an excellent co-op game. I would worry from my standpoint about, things like menus, leveling, that being a little hard to get into. There's a bit of a learning curve, but ultimately that game is easy. But I feel like this is a very multifaceted question, because everybody's relationship is different. You're going to be entering, your game playing at different levels. Either you're a game player, she's not. You're both game players. You bond over a game. So there's many ways to answer this question. If you were looking for, an easy teaching game, I would say Portal 2. If you wanted something, moving that you could come closer to, I recently played a game called Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Excellent indie game.
It's a good game, yeah.
It just has a very, very moving conclusion all the way through. You will want to play it with your significant other or anybody who will. You'll want to show them it. I feel that's also
Is it multiplayer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's you control two brothers, and one of you controls one of you controls the other, and it's a little hard to explain how the controls work. It's an interesting dynamic though, but. So yeah, I would say that that's a pretty hard question to answer, but Portal 2 was the first thing that came to my mind.
Lynda, do you have any arguments against like Portal 2 or Mario Party 10?
So let me just give you some backstory.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know if everybody knew, but I'm probably more than your just average girl gamer. My first job ever was at GameStop, and I worked there until last year. It was my life. So, and it kind of still is. So I see a lot, and I see a lot of arguments, and I see a lot of relationships destroyed because of Portal. And it is because you have to work together so closely. It's like 3 levels in, you're like, cool, we're good, we can do this. And then you get to rebounding, and you get to really weird aesthetics of the game that are complicated more so than just your regular time your button right and move this way. And it's like aim and shoot at the same time while you're flying through the air at 50 miles an hour. And it's, oh my gosh, you didn't do that and you didn't press on that button fast enough, so you died a lot. So that's not it's not as universal as I would like it to be for recommending, like, hey, couples, you should play this. But I mean, it's a great game. It's a great game you should have in your library, and couples should play it. Not the first thing I would put out there. As far as Mario Party goes, it's a fan favorite. I totally agree with Berto on that. It's like easy. Kids can get into it, and they can not know what they're doing at all and still play it. Mm-hmm. The mini games are hard as I don't know what, and I don't know who cooperates on that, but girls are devious, man. Like, I don't know who you're messing with, but if you think that you can really cooperate with your girl against the computer, you are wrong. She is planning something against you. And even if she lets you win the game on the screen, she's not letting you win the game elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and who
I'm
wants
just
to deal
saying.
with that bullshit?
I'm just saying.
That's why.
I'm just saying.
I paid $60 to have my darkest, deepest romantic problems unearthed.
That's why if
Just
you
let her
survive
win.
this,
Just
if
let her win.
you're still together after this,
All
then
right, well,
that's it.
maybe
You know?
that's the real answer. It doesn't matter which game, just let her win. And it will be the best game you can possibly play with her.
It depends. It depends on how she
You
is.
could be the
It
best
depends on
at
how
it, and
she
then all of a
is.
sudden,
Huggy.
She could be really good, and then you'd be just like, your manhood, man. You need to step it up, but you never know. You never know.
Get in that situation sometimes.
Huggy, if you had a significant other and you had Diablo 3 and Mario Party 10, you didn't have Portal 2, which one would you play out of those two?
I would probably have to say Diablo.
Diablo?
I would have to say Diablo.
Berto, if you had Diablo 3 and Portal 2, which one would you play with a significant other?
I would have to go with Portal 2.
Portal 2?
Yeah.
Lynda, out of their two games, which one would you rather play? Portal 2 or Mario Party 10?
Portal 2.
Portal 2?
Because I'm me. That's it.
And
That's it, 'cause I'm me.
Me and my buddy just ran through that game like we destroyed it. So it was.
It was your significant other?
He pretty much. Like I love that man. But yeah, no,
All right, well, and I'm going to give it to Portal 2. I'm going to give it to Huggy. Huggy gets another point. I think you guys all had good arguments. I really liked Berto's
I was going
his
between,
opening statement.
between Mario Party.
That
and,
almost sold me. I was like leaning towards you because of that.
It's because your name is Mario.
And then they kind of like
True.
shush.
I didn't think about that.
You
And then
foiled
they
me.
kind of like bounce off each other with their games. So, next question. The next question. This is all. Oh, here we go. All right, we all have to buy season passes and DLC now for games. What is your guys' opinion on the season passes and the downloadable content? Is it good? Is it bad? I want your opinion, and I want why. Why is that your opinion? And I'm gonna start with Lynda.
It's so complicated because you put that why there. The idea of season pass or DLC, just by its definition, is good because I bought a game and I want extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line. I wish that it worked that way. Unfortunately, from my experience, I see that most games are unfinished when they come out the gate because of whatever reason, publishers, money, whatever. And so this DLC and season pass are just kind of catch-ups for what people have found in the beta and they couldn't put in, or for what people have complained about and then they finally put on the back end. So I think it's a good concept, but I don't think it's been executed successfully over and over again yet. It's also good to note that I'm not a big PC player, so I don't see most of the DLC that comes out for PC that most people would see. I see everything on consoles, and my disappointment has overthrown my excitement for it, but I'm still hopeful. So bottom line, I think it's good, but I don't think it's good the way it is.
Okay, Berto.
I'm gonna have to say it's bad. If they planned on putting the video game or that content in that video game at a later time, why not just extend that release date? Get more data from their testers, from betas and everything to make the game run a lot smoother. Battlefield 4 example, out the gate, fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Glitches, bugs, fucking everywhere. Literally took them a
That's
year.
most games right now.
Yeah, no, it's kind of ridiculous, but like right out the gate, Halo Master Chief. I love Halo. Halo is what got me hooked on console, Xbox, and everything. Master Chief Collection, couldn't play a match for fuck. I had to wait.
It's a time period.
For fuck, yeah. No. But
Wait, the cast wanted how many fucks?
zero.
Zero.
No, but I mean, yeah, I know it was a new corporation, 343 Industries, taking over the Halo franchise. I feel like Bungie had just set them up. Like, they could have just been like, there you go, golden plate, golden, delicious food, everything. But they dropped the ball on it. It took them a month and a half to fix that game properly. The matchmaking was ridiculous, and but getting back to my point, DLC, like they planned on putting this. I know that they need to get more revenue from it so they can, pay their, pay everything that they need to do. Their workers, their employees, testers, programmers, etc. But at the same time, like, is pushing out a really awful, not even well put together game worth this? Like, it's destroying fan bases, and I'm honestly worried about Star Wars Battlefront. Because of what's been happening to DICE EA, and pretty much every video game developing company that's going on out there.
So you're saying season passes and stuff like that? That's the stuff that they should put in the game, but because they wanted the game out early, they're.
And I know they. I mean, I don't know, but they might have certain deadlines that they have to meet where they have to put their product out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, can't just extend that time frame to where they make the game playable within day one release. I've been experiencing a lot of that. Like day one release, I'll have to wait a week or so just to be able to play with someone or just be able to play the game itself. But it's just it's getting ridiculous. Like I know, and again, EA, going back to EA, they're doing every other year a game. And they're following the Call of Duty's model. I mean, they're making tons of money, but in my opinion, Call of Duty.
Just give me the game.
Take your time with the game. When I hear a game gets pushed back, I'm excited for that. That means they're putting their time and effort into it and not just pushing it out.
Huggy?
Well, you know what? I'm going to say that it's good. I'm just going to go ahead and preface my argument with that, but... All right, so I guess we're taking a quick mem break here.
Quick meme break.
Mr. Knoke, am I saying that right? Nope. Knoke?
It's Knoke.
Mr. Knoke. Has seen fit to indulge us with a quite droll
You got to put that
internet
up on
picture.
You do. That's pretty amazing.
That's the cover.
Can you put that up somewhere for the people at home to see?
Oh, I will.
Okay, all right. Well, we won't spoil the surprise for you, but it's a knee slapper.
It's going in the description. It's going to the cover of the video.
So the fact checker, you're against. You're against it.
We'll talk about
This isn't about the fact
Talk
check.
about it.
He found it.
So
Okay, all right. So
back to Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear.
So let me preface it by saying that I think on the whole it's a good thing. But more importantly, it's the future. We're not going to get around it. Plain and simple, CDs, HD DVDs, Blu-ray, it's all going to be a dead format sooner or later, simply because people don't want to keep buying fucking CDs and DVDs. They don't want to lug around these, items that could take up physical space and weight when they have to move. They don't want to, risk these getting scratched up. Mm-hmm. I feel that it's not too ridiculous to say that in the near future, most, if not all, games will be bought online to some facilitation, and DLC is something that has always existed in one way or another, being expansion packs that you had to go to the store and buy back when PC was doing it real hard. There are always going to be patch updates. Developers are never going to... They've reached the point where they don't have to dismiss their game anymore. They don't have to just send it out in the world, hope for the best, and maybe they'll get a greatest hits down the line if they're lucky to redo some things. So I think it's something that should be embraced. Now, of course, lazy developers are always just going to put out a product, Destiny, that's not complete. And just be like, yeah, it's going to go on for fucking years. We fucking love this game. You'll love this game. You're always going to want to play. But... what developers have to understand is no matter what you have promised coming, you have to show results. You have to have a good game out of the gate. And a lot of developers are doing that. We are seeing games with budgets that are unheard of. We are seeing games that are doing things that we never thought possible in our lifetime, even about 10, 15 years ago. And the most direct, the easiest way to both mitigate costs and to get these AAA title games to as many people as possible, it's going to be through a downloaded format. And, if that's the way it's going to be, then what's the harm in extending the games that you love for a little bit longer?
Okay. Berto, any points against that or against
Both of them?
Both of them?
I'm still gonna stand strong on the point that if you have content planned for a game that is going to be released regardless, it it should just be included in the game. It's still going to add playable time to it. You're still going to have a great time or a horrible time, I don't know, depending on what type of game it is. I know Fallout. They should have, like, they added hours and hours of extra playtime that could have been just added in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
With that, I know that I do understand that the need to charge for that content, though, so they could, continue to produce what they need to do to get it out to us. But I, as a consumer, I feel like it should just be included with it. Like I said, I'm sticking firm to the point where if it's supposed to be in the game, look at all the old GoldenEye. Did that have any expansions? No. That game had everything you needed in it. Perfect Dark. Did it have any expansions? No. Crash Bandicoot. All sorts of the PlayStation games, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, everything. That had what it needed. It made people happy. And it got to the people what they needed. They kept making more. Mortal Kombat.
Go ahead, Huggy. This is throwdown session right here.
All right. Well, I mean, in response to that,
Take my earrings off.
you're really. First of all, you have to understand that they may have had limitations. Maybe there is more that they wanted to do to the game. And if you look up games like that, there is always something that they had to leave out. And now we are getting to a point where systems are having a bit more power than they really need to tell most of the stories that they want to tell. A lot of it is just, oh, we're going to make these buildings in GTA look really pretty for a change,
Still can't go in them, though.
But
yeah.
what you have to understand is developers aren't just making games for us. They're expressing their artistic creativity. And sometimes, something hits the cutting room floor, somebody dusts it off and say, hey, this wasn't too bad. We'll throw that back in now that we have some time. Sometimes, a developer will say, hey, there are still stories that we haven't told yet in this universe. Let's go back and look at it. And I feel that the clear distinction between, good DLC and bad DLC is, like you said, if it's something that should have been in the game in the first place. But if it's another story, if it's, something that has new art, new people, you're finding out more about the game, you're finding out more about this, that, or the third.
It's good.
Then it's good. It's super positive, and it really just comes down to, it's up to the developer. If they want to represent themselves in a negative light, then...
Do you have anything to add?
Well, I mean, there are, really big factors that go against Berto's reasoning as a gamer. I feel really passionate, and I agree that, they should come out all at once, and then I'd be done with it. Frankly, that when you want premium content like that, you have to pay for it. If you want an upfront cost out the gate to pay all your developers, all that good stuff, you have to pay for that. And people will be paying $100 per game for each game. That's not good business. People aren't willing to pay $100. That's a big cut out of a paycheck. They're willing to pay $60, so they've gotten up to a comfortable point. If you do relate your older games like GoldenEye and stuff like that, they came out at $40, $50 at that time when gas was only 97 cents. And to think of that relation, we should be paying $100 for a game. We should be paying $120 for a game. Whether we pay it all at once up front or later on down the line is, up to the business. So as far as better business goes, they want to make that money now, and then people that are devoted and that truly love the game will buy the DLC. If they don't like it, then they won't. And I like having that choice, because Borderlands, by far, I've bought every single piece of Borderlands content on every system ever. So
Wish Nick Knoke was here.
I was by far a fan. I love the game. I wanted to support them, and that's what I did. And as a true gamer, I've sunk over $300 into it. Rock Band, Harmonix, I've done the same thing.
It's like going to a local comic shop, and you want to support them.
And I'll pay twice as much just to support them because they're good things. So they're going to get their money. I'm going to support my developers. As a true gamer, it's going to happen. Sadly, they don't get the money first because I don't get to pay $100 first.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of big trade-off that I think that Berto has that I'm against with his season passes and such. I like season passes and stuff.
You like season passes? Good?
But that's what I was saying against him.
So all together, good? No?
Yay.
No.
Yep. I'm going to give out 2 points here. I'm going to give one to Lynda, and I'm going to give one to Huggy. I really wanted to give it to Berto, but Berto, I think your argument, like
It's the money.
you
I-
could have said something about the money. Like I feel like you could have added more to your argument.
Yeah.
But you
that's the.
but you let your heart got in the way. Your heart got in the way.
I can't. I gotta go with the
I
heart.
You
feel
gotta go with the heart.
I feel with you.
And like I'm.
It's okay.
They're going for the money, man.
All right.
Oh no.
Because if we had all started.
Okay, I won't pee. Let's go. Next question.
All right.
We got
You
we
can
got
all
this.
go
We
smoke
got to do
anyway
this.
because we only got like what 2 questions left.
Yes.
Okay.
Next
Okay.
question. Next question. Next question. Next
We can do
question.
this,
Next
we can do
question.
this.
Best co-op on a handheld. Berto, go.
Quick and fast and
I have 2-1. I have Advance Wars. I have Advance Wars. That's it.
Advance Wars. Why?
Great co-op.
Yeah.
Military. I love the military scene. But at the same time, you can work with a friend. Each officer had their own strengths, and
Yeah.
you could pair with your friend or against your friend or with a computer
So you
to
can
match your strengths.
So you can do team and you can go against each other.
Yeah,
I
and-
didn't know you can do team. That's pretty cool because
Yeah.
I had that game.
And it was fantastic. It was worth it. It was me and my
Get 'em.
buddy. Yeah.
Huggy.
Well, I got to tell you, I am neither a co-op gamer nor a handheld gamer. So
Okay.
this one that kind of has my ass hanging out, I'm gonna have to go the low road here and just go with Pokemon.
Oh,
Gotta trade them, gotta battle
I knew
them,
it.
gotta catch
I knew he
them.
was gonna say that. I knew it.
Linda.
Now, how
I knew he
did
was
you,
gonna
how
say
did you
that.
pronounce Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Okay, just making sure.
That's
The
general.
third grader inside me is like, "Come on, man, it's Pokemon."
Oh, my parents did that to me too. I hated it.
Linda.
My top one sadly was Pokemon because I even put that on my notes. But I'm gonna put my second, and it's gonna be Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Mario
Ooh.
Kart.
That's a good one.
Why?
Mario Kart. Anybody can play it. First off, it has DS download play where you can have one cartridge and up to 6 other people or
Oh.
8 other people.
Okay.
7, right?
7 other people besides the one cart. 8 people total. There you go. So then you can all play Mario Kart. You don't need to keep track of cars. Nobody has to buy $40 a piece.
Hold
And
my hand,
that's it.
Berto. Hold my hand.
Rainbow Road in reverse.
No, it's okay.
Hold my hand, Berto.
I forgot about.
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna give the point to Linda.
Hey,
It's
man,
okay.
that was a great fucking pick.
Berto,
No, it's okay. It's Mario Kart. I understand. I completely.
I love you, Berto.
The first thing I thought of
She
was
was
like
with me
Advance
on
Wars.
Pokemon, and then
Dude, I love Advance Wars.
Yeah.
That was like one of my favorite Game Boy
I
Advance
loved it.
games. I didn't know you could
So
do
fucking
teamwork.
hard, though. Yeah.
I do want to say though,
It's on 3DS.
that in most situations, co-op on handheld is just subpar. Because unlike a system where you just go over your buddy's
Yeah,
house and you can
Monster
play that,
Hunter.
you each have to have your own.
Really-
Monster Hunter is a good one.
really
You each have to
fantastic.
have your own, so that's automatically more money that both parties have to
Amazing.
spend, other than just.
If you would have said Monster Hunter, I would have had a better.
I know.
We could have.
But I really
just-
want
you
to
and
get
Linda could've
Advance
just
Wars
out for a
because
little
bit.
I love Advance Wars. That's my jams.
All right, last and final question before the speed round. Should Microsoft attempt to make their own Super Smash style game with their characters like Sony did with All Stars? Huggy.
Absolutely not. And you know what? Here's why. Here's why.
No! No!
Calm down, Codes. Calm down.
It's not even that they shouldn't. I just
Struggle
don't,
is real.
I don't know how. I don't know how it would work out. First of all, they don't have the mascot power. They
Yeah.
simply don't have enough lovable characters. Okay, they have Master Chief. Let's go through them. They have Master Chief.
That's
Master Chief. Win. Oh Christ. Master Chief. All right. So they have Master Chief.
the elite, the arbiter, obviously.
Okay, all right. So a couple of, so like 5 Halo characters. Maybe we can get Cortana. They can fudge through some.
I mean, how fun would it be to play as Cortana? Let's think about that.
I would just
maybe
Church.
she has like some kind of really
I would be
skimpy
Church all day.
alternate
Have you,
outfit.
have you
Oh,
not,
she doesn't
have
wear
you not
clothes.
seen her? Have you not seen her in Halo 4?
No, I haven't.
She's fucking off.
All right.
Yeah, well, I know what
All
I'm
right,
doing.
all right,
I
all
have
right,
not
all
seen
right.
Halo 4.
Linda, Linda, what do you think? Yay or nay?
I was just gonna dick this one and just say yes. When I honestly can't think of more people to put in it.
And you know what? You know what? It's not
Banjo
just.
Kazooie.
This is pitiful!
Maybe if they can get Banjo Kazooie,
But you know they
Captain
can't.
Shepard.
They have
Master
the.
Chief,
Captain Shepard.
more
That could
Master
be
Chief.
good.
That's
Commander Shepard, my goodness!
Okay,
What
but
the- Get it right!
Commander Shepard was a player-created character
Yeah.
that could be
Yeah, I was about to
male
say.
or woman. They
Robin.
could look any.
Robin.
Robin. And,
Fact checker, look up
Smash
other
Brothers.
Microsoft characters.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to find.
You have Cameo, you have Banjo Kazooie,
All right,
you have Meat Boy, you have Explosion Man, you have Missplosion Man, you have
All right, you're not
so
on the
many
panel. You're not on the
characters.
panel.
All right,
You got the Shoot Many Robots guy.
Some of those Microsoft doesn't own.
You have old Xbox One games, Xbox 360
okay.
games like 99 Nights,
Calm down.
Lost Odyssey. You have so many good Xbox games.
Chris Hawk.
Lost Odyssey.
Lost
Odyssey
Like
wasn't
Exceed,
fun.
isn't it?
Berto, what is
It started off
what
on
is your
PS2.
answer? What is your answer?
I know.
I was
Exceed's
gonna
the
dick
company that made
around
Lost
and
Odyssey, isn't it?
and say yes,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
same thing with Lynda. I was like, the only character I could really think of was fucking Master Chief.
All right.
Yeah,
You know what?
It's not
Master
just-
Chief for the only people I could think
Hold
of.
on.
It's not
But
just the star power.
I would want it.
It's
Yeah.
not just the star power they don't have. It's also they don't have the even if they did have the characters,
Yeah.
Xbox is traditionally a shooter system. It made its money off of shooters. How boring would it be just having like 5 or 6 or 7 characters that all shoot in some function? It doesn't have the whimsy that Nintendo can offer or the history. It doesn't have the mascots that the PlayStation did. And you all saw how bad the PlayStation version turned out. Fucking Fat Princess.
I feel
Really?
like it was real fun.
I
It was
will-
real
I will
fun.
have to
It was
say,
real
though,
fun, though. It was for real
Revengeance
fun.
riding
Where's
in that.
Where's
I
Crash?
would
Where's
definitely
Crash?
play
He's under
that
the
all the time.
All right, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna give everybody a point.
I have a list. Here we go. We're gonna go through it quick.
Okay.
Master Chief.
Y'all forgot the
Arbiter,
Gears of War
Minecraft
characters.
Steve because they own him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Gears of
Good
War
answer.
people.
Good answer. Good
Gears
answer.
of War. People from Fable.
Yeah, Fable.
Banjo-Kazooie, they do have the rights to.
Fable.
All the
Yeah.
Killer Instinct characters. Perfect Dark.
There'll be another Killer
Crackdown.
Instinct.
Dragon Dark.
Viva
Crackdown.
Pinata.
Yes.
Come on.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
I actually have all these.
Oh, they
written
do
down.
have access
Me
to the
too.
rare titles.
Blue
Okay.
Dragon, yep. Blinks. Explosion Man.
would
And
like
a
to
bunch
play
of other
as the-
random
the-
people.
the computer.
They got Dead Rising people.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
Frank West was already in
So-
charge.
KOTOR people too as well.
That's
You probably Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead people.
First fact check of the
Black
night.
guy from Left 4 Dead would be awesome on there.
first fact checking of the night was the
Everything
last
else was
question. So should we let Chris Hawk give his opinion before we go to the
I don't
speed
think
Yes.
round?
I should know.
I think he
No,
did.
okay,
I
okay,
think he did.
We're good.
You already did. It was
All right,
fantastic.
speed round. Berto, I'm sorry, but you're out.
It's okay.
It comes down to Lynda and Huggy for the speed round.
I have to talk real fast. Is that what we're
They're
doing?
even.
You have to
You
think
gotta
real
let.
fast.
What this is what
Are you
for the
sure?
speed round. We're gonna name.
I have them at 4 and 5. You don't?
What do you have? 4 and 4. Well, it does.
I had
math.
3 each, and then everybody just got a point.
I had Huggy at 4. Linda at 3.
That would have been 7 questions before the 7th question.
He gave 2 points
Yeah,
to.
you
you're
gave 2
right.
points out.
Yeah, I gave
So now-
Lynda and Huggy a
No,
point.
you're not out.
Go speed.
Barto's out. I'm
So
sorry.
we're
Oh,
gonna.
yeah.
So we got 7 questions again, but
George, you
the
wanna read
co-host-
first? You want to read the first 3?
the co-hosts
4?
are gonna read some of them, and after you can only answer until the question is done,
Okay, for
and then
4?
you will name you'll give an answer out of the 2 or whatever it is, and then I'll choose. Okay. First question.
All right, you have to spend a day with one bro to hang with. Mortal Kombat's Baraka or Mortal Kombat's Quan Chi?
Quan Chi.
G.
Huggy gets the point.
Aw.
All right,
Wait. Did he answer faster? Was that
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Jack and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank?
Jack and Daxter.
That was close.
What do you say?
It's up to you, but I thought it was a tie.
All right, next question. Nobody gets a point.
Game disc or game cartridges?
Disc.
Cartridge. That's
Why?
a cartridge. I mean, they last longer.
More space. Better games. Bigger.
Cartridges? Think cartridges?
CDs. I said disc.
I don't know how to call it.
I think cartridges
You're the
have bigger
host, you
space.
gotta
I'd give
call
it
it.
to Des. That's just me though.
I'm gonna give Lynda the point. I'm a hipster. Sometimes.
That's true.
You should see my vinyl collection.
Big
You
discs.
showed me.
All right, you have the afternoon off and want something to play. What do you play? Borderlands 2 or Left 4 Dead 2?
Borderlands.
Left 4 Dead 2.
Borderlands. I don't care what he
Why?
said. Borderlands. Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna play the entire afternoon. Left 4 Dead. I'm gonna play 2 minutes and then I'm done. All right.
Well, you already know how I get down. You know my parties.
Yeah.
I'm always an entertainer. If I had the choice between, sitting through some Borderlands or getting my niggas over and asserting
My
my
niggas gonna bring
dominance.
their own TV and then we're gonna play Borderlands. System Link. There's actually a picture on my Instagram about System Linking Borderlands on its release night. Just saying. 250-inch
System
TVs.
link. I'm just saying, I just need some controllers. We don't have to get into the logistics. We just.
I got the systems. It's all good. I got you.
Alright. Well, I know whose house I'm going to after this.
There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna give the point to Huggy because I played Left 4 Dead 2. I haven't played.
You played Borderlands?
No.
Why are we
Alright.
friends?
Come up with another extra question.
I guess I know where Mario's going after this too.
All right.
Hey,
there's
hey.
3 questions left. Lynda, you were down by 2, so you have a chance to come back and win it.
Oh, do I?
Huggy, are we having one
She's
more?
up by 1, right? No.
No, Huggy's up by 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Name a game with the word
Nice.
or number 3 in the title.
Diablo 3.
Half-Life 3.
Linda gets the point.
Don't crush my dreams! I want it so bad!
It's gonna happen. It'll happen
He was so
You'll
hopeful.
see.
It's like
You'll
StarCraft
see.
3.
Did you write that?
one day.
I think
Just in case.
that was my question at the beginning. Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade or Batman Arkham Asylum's Batarang?
Hidden Blade.
Batarang.
Why?
Because long range. Why would I not want long range?
You get to watch the life slip out of your foes.
And then you gotta run away. You gotta run away.
I kind of wish this was
Jump in a
more of a
haystack real
video
quick.
thing because the look on
Oh
Huggy's
my
face was
God.
just fucking priceless.
How do I answer this? How do I give the point?
I gotta admit, she
I
almost
wanna
stumped me
be-
with
I
the
wanna
long
be
range
far away
comment. I
and
was
be
like,
like,
shit, that's
all right,
good.
cool.
Good recovery.
Cool.
Good recovery.
She doesn't
I
have
know,
any
but I don't want to fight in the Hunger Games.
You're not supposed to know.
I gotta give the Huggy just for that answer. Just for that answer.
I'm not sure if we're playing for speed or if we're playing for just the most ridiculous answers. So
Hey, it's the game. It's the throwdown.
it's a little
Right?
bit
It's a
of
high
both.
score
yeah,
throwdown.
apparently.
Are you doing
It's whatever
that
you
question
whatever
too?
you want.
All right, she still has a chance to tie it with one
Okay.
more question. All right, pick a Super Smash stage: Poke Floats or Big Blue.
Big Blue.
Blue.
Huggy was definitely louder.
It's all that bass in his voice.
I felt that was definitely a tie.
Next
He's sitting
question.
between
Okay,
us.
I'll write another one.
All right, better gatherable: Mario's coins or Sonic's rings.
Sonic
Mario
Rings.
coins.
Linda gets the point.
It's 7-8. There's one more question left.
One more question.
Sonic's coins, you like lose them all. It's horrible. It's the most horrible gatherable.
But they also work as your life, and you do
True.
get to
I don't know what that says.
gain a few back if you
want me to read
lose
it?
them.
Okay.
I think he's got it.
I don't think I could collect every
I'll do
Sonic
it.
coin though. That's
Okay.
that would be
I wrote it. I
the
can read
most
my own
OCD.
handwriting.
That would be
Yeah.
foolish.
Here we
All
go.
right,
Here we go.
last one.
All right.
Gears of War Boltok pistol or the Halo Magnum?
Little Magnum.
Huggy gets the point. Huggy wins.
Well, gentlemen, I'd like to thank
That was good. That was great. That was,
This was,
that was one of our best
I think
sessions.
everybody should shake hands. Everybody shake hands. Hello. Good job.
Good game.
Good job.
Good game, guys.
Good job.
Good game.
Good
Good
job.
job.
No,
Good
good
job.
game.
All right,
Good
all
game.
right.
Good job.
GG guys, no reach.
Good
GG.
job. Good job.
Good job, Huggy.
Good job.
so
All
many
right.
Good job.
Good
Good
game. Good game.
So many
Good
hands.
game.
Did I get everybody?
Good game. Good
Yeah.
game. Fuck this game. Fuck this shit. I'm out.
I didn't get Chris.
I hate all of you.
Oh, like video games, no how.
Rage
All right,
quit.
so who's going to shut off the lights? Let's play Who's in My Mouth.